good friend of mine, said, hey, I really would, I want you to go with me. It's a bunch of guys, we're going on a pheasant hunt to South Dakota. He said, I'll pay for it. I'm in. Right, so we go on this pheasant hunt, about 20 or so guys, and we get out there. And so the first morning the hunt goes, and we're coming back in this old kind of rickety school bus, heading back to the lodge to have lunch on the first day of the hunt. And all of a sudden we're driving down this road, and the bus stops. There was a rooster pheasant that was kind of just walking down the side of the road. So the bus driver yells back, and he says, hey, who didn't get one this morning? As soon as he said that, I started to kind of slide down in my seat, right, because I was one of 4 or 5 guys that didn't get one. And just as I started to slide down the seat, my buddy said, Greg. And I wanted to punch him in his freaking face, right? I'm like, dude. And so then next thing I know, everybody on the bus is chanting, Greg, 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 Greg. What are you going to do, right? So I grab my shotgun and I get off the bus, right? So I start walking down the road towards this bird. There he is. And he's just along the side of the road there. And I'm thinking, all I got to do is just flush this bird up and pull the trigger. Turn around and look. Every man in the bus is at the window staring at me. So here we go. So I flush the bird up. Boom, I shoot. I shoot again. And then I watched him fly away. I will never forget that moment. Why? Because I failed. And I didn't come through. And I didn't have what it takes. And honestly, I'd rather hide than face that again. Guys, that's what we're up against. That's why we learn to be so good at hiding. And we hide behind our titles, behind our incomes, behind the letters after our names, behind our education, behind our knowledge, behind our biceps, behind our fitness, behind our wives, behind our newspapers, behind our Bibles. We hide. And unless we are certain that we are going to win, we stay away. We have such a fear of being exposed for who we are or who we are not. And so we hide, and as we do that, we continue to die on the inside a little bit more every day. We lose heart. We lose our masculine heart. Albert Schweitzer says this. He says, the tragedy of life is what dies inside of a man while he still lives. And that's most of our stories. Something has been assaulted. Something has been taken. Something's been compromised. Something's been wounded. Something's been surrendered inside of us. Something is still missing in our lives as we sit here today. We were made for so much more, and we know it. So what in the world are we going to do with this? Here's the deal. We must learn how to fight to get our own hearts back. And that is the beauty of this Wild at Heart journey.